Hi, everybody. Welcome to Back Care and Breath Aware. So a class working on, obviously, the back and the breath. So I know I've been sitting a lot more than usual this past year. Maybe you have been too. So this class is really gentle, accessible. Everyone can do it to help release strain in the back, stress that might be causing back pain and back tension. If you don't know me, my name is Celina. I've been teaching yoga for a long time, Qi Gong more recently. These classes incorporate yoga, Qi Gong, relaxation, breath. They're fun. You can do them in your pajamas, be comfy at home. I'm so happy you're here. Please feel free to like, subscribe, all of that stuff. And we'll begin. So we'll start standing up. Oh yeah, one more thing. If you happen to have a chair, it could really come in handy, especially for the relaxation. And we might use some kind of strap. So if you don't have a yoga strap like this, it could be like a tie or a scarf or even a towel, something you can use just to put around the foot and stretch the leg. And honestly, we might not even use it, but I like to have my stuff just in case. So let's start by just getting into the breath. So inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, kind of vigorously. You can even make a sound. And at the same time, you can shake the body, whatever feels good. Just releasing through the breath. Okay, we'll keep letting go and start to warm up those shoulders. So let's inhale the shoulders forward and up. Exhale back and down. So you can exhale through the nose or the mouth, whatever feels good for you. And you can also move the body however you want. And this applies to everything we do together. Please prioritize your comfort. Make sure you feel good. So sometimes I like to use the arms a lot. Sometimes I like to use the arms not so much. Two more going back. And then we'll change direction so we can inhale back and up. Exhale forward down. Remember, breathe in whatever way feels good. Move in whatever way feels good. And then we'll go back to rolling back just a couple times. I like to end with a more open chest. Okay, so rock those shoulders down the back. We'll just bend the knees a little bit. We're just going to stand and work on an abdominal breath. So we'll bend the knees, have the palms of the hands facing the floor, and just like flatten out the back. And on the inhale, we'll just focus on filling up the belly. And on the exhales, we can imagine like we're exhaling down through the feet, even through the hands, into the earth. Let yourself relax as much as possible. We can even imagine like a string or a silver cord starting at the base of the spine, working all the way up through the spine, through the crown of the head, up through the stars. And then we can see if we can let ourselves just relax into that upward pull. So the spine is effortlessly long. Come back to the breath in the belly, inhaling as you fill up. Exhaling And just flowing through the legs, the hands into the earth. Just imagine exhaling with the earth. We can even imagine connecting with our roots. And we'll just stand here like at least a minute more. Inhaling with the belly, exhaling with the earth. It's almost like a game where we look for tension in the upper body and release it into the earth. This is one of my favorite things to do. It's a wonderful grounding practice. And it can be done quite subtly. So even if you're out and about, you don't have to have the hands this way. I like them this way because we can breathe more directly with the earth. But let's say you're in public, you could have the hands loose, still have the position of the legs, still inhale with the belly, exhale with the floor, with the earth. See if you can let yourself relax even more. Find your smiles on the inside and the outside. As you exhale, visualize exhaling like at least 2 feet down into the earth through the floor. Let yourself ground. Okay, so we'll keep the leg position. Of course, if the legs need a little shake, go right ahead. It can be a bit intense for the thighs. We'll turn the hands to face each other so we can imagine we're holding a ball and we're just going to roll that ball. So we'll inhale it like chest level, exhale forward and down. And then that's it. So we inhale coming up, exhale forward down. So you might notice the weight shifting. So as we inhale, maybe coming back on the heels a little more. And then when the hands go forward, maybe towards the toes a little more. So we're using the hands to mimic the microcosmic cycle. So if you want to add to that as you inhale, you can just imagine like inhaling up the back of the body and then exhaling down the front of the body. Also, don't worry about it too much. If you are interested in the microcosmic cycle, Philip Lai of the Philip Lai Qi Gong Association, he's giving a very in-depth workshop tomorrow and next Saturday. I'll put the link in the comments to this video after the class. As always, relax as much as possible. And as you roll this imaginary ball, let the elbows be heavy. It's like we're placing it like on a shelf or something in front of us and just letting the elbows drop. I like this movement a lot for its ability to regulate the emotions and to bring us back into our own energy. So it's a good one to do like after work. Or, you know, if you've had a sticky experience, if you've talked to someone and you feel like a little stressed after, or you've seen something or heard something kind of disturbing, you can just try this movement. Feel, imagine the breath of energy rolling up the back, down the front. A few more. You can do it as long as you need. Like it could even be 5-10 minutes. Relax into it. Relaxation is always the key, no matter what we're doing. We'll keep going a little longer. Letting ourselves flow. Okay, when you feel ready, we'll bring the hands in front of the chest, still holding this imaginary ball. We'll start to work more with the liver and maybe the color green. Remember, whatever I say, it's just a suggestion, so you do whatever feels good for you. So if you want to play with that color green, as we inhale, we can imagine just absorbing the green color into the liver, nourishing, helps repair. And then as we exhale, we'll just push one hand forward. The other hand, like, don't worry about it so much. And we release. So we inhale, draw in that nourishing green color into the liver. Exhale, release. Go with your own breath. So with the exhales, we can imagine the space around us getting a little bigger, a little brighter. You can even keep working with the green color. So as we inhale, absorbing it in, and as we exhale, kind of extending it out. I always love to add the emotions. So working with the liver, this comes from Chinese medicine. We can inhale as we absorb that green color, take in kindness. Green is also the color of the heart chakra. And as we exhale, extending the arm, we can imagine releasing any anger, irritation. Even the stuff we might not think of as anger, like being hard on ourselves, overly self-critical. Same thing for the kindness, drawing that kindness towards oneself. Remember, relax into it. The more we relax, the easier it is for our energy to flow, to circulate. Inhaling kindness, exhaling, releasing any anger, any irritation. You know, anytime we catch ourselves being irritated, It's really just a sign that we need to come back to ourselves. Need a little grounding, a little self-soothing. Okay, one more time each side. And then we'll come back to our ball. So the liver and the gallbladder work together. We'll keep working with the color green and we'll shift into the gallbladder. So now we're going to add the eyes. So the eyes open. We inhale here. We exhale, just cross the arm. Use the eyes to look at your fingertips. I love this for the shoulders. So we inhale center, exhale cross, let the eyes follow the fingers. And just go with your breath. It could be fast, it could be slow, whatever you need. The bottom hand, don't really worry about it. And it's always the same concept. We inhale, fill up, fresh energy. Exhale, release. Feel whatever you're feeling, especially in the upper back. One more each side. And then just release. Give yourself a little shake. Release those legs. You can always tap out if you need to. Okay, so maybe we can place the feet a little wider, more like shoulder distance. We can still have the bend in the knees. And we'll just very gently just swing side to side. We'll start in like a really lazy way. So let the arms just be heavy. You breathe through it any way you like. Let the head follow the movement. Eyes can be open or closed. Okay, so we can continue with the arms loose like this, or maybe we can just gently strike the belly and the back. Keep the face relaxed. Okay, swing yourself back to center. So we're going to continue a similar movement, but focusing more on the upper back. So we just bring the arms up so we can make contact with the chest. And of course, just twisting as much as comfortable in your body for this morning. Head can follow the movement. I like to imagine each time the hand touches the chest, like just loosening up any hardness around the heart. And whenever the hand moves away from the heart, taking that stuff, whatever's been loosened, and just giving it back to the universe. At the same time, each time the hand touches the heart, we can imagine receiving, taking in anything it is that we may need. Could be energetic, physical, whatever, relationship, whatever you want, just taking it into your heart, receiving the gifts from the universe. And each time the hand moves away from the heart, we can imagine sharing our own gifts, the gift of who we are, our light, our uniqueness. And as we continue, you can just play with these concepts however you like. Giving and receiving, letting in and letting go. Remember, move at your own pace. Make sure you feel good. A few more. Okay, we can slowly come back to center. Okay, so once we come back to center, let's keep this rocking action. Just shift it a little side to side in the hips. So going into a movement called something like Wag the Tail. So feel the base of the spine, the tailbone, and just shake it. And then tap into that like happy dog, happy puppy energy. And let's see if that shake can come all the way up, maybe into the head. So relax those shoulders. Let the whole spine move. This is one of those exercises, we don't really think about it. We just let it happen. You can maybe feel the weight shifting one foot to the other. And then just let your spine kind of wave. Fast or slow, totally up to you. Relax into it. You know, the nice thing about not being in a physical space together and even not even having, you know, each other's cameras, you can do whatever you want. So let yourself be really free, have fun. Tap into that happy dog energy. Relax the neck. Let the movement come up into the head. Breathe in whatever way feels good. And if you have a spot, if you have a little spot of tension somewhere along the spine, you can just focus on that area a little more. Get that wagging motion into that spot a little more. There's no wrong movement. Let your body move however it wants to. Release into it. Let yourself be really free. Let the spine be free. Last few seconds. Doesn't matter what it looks like. Pay more attention to what it feels like. Okay, we'll start to calm it down. Let's keep working with the hips though. So we'll warm up the hands. So something I recently discovered is you can clap the hands first to activate the energy even more and then rub them together. So if you want, go ahead, clap, and then heat up those hands. All right, bring the hands to the low back. Let's take a moment, just give a whole nice low back massage. It could be with the flat hands open like this or the backs of the fists. Just warm up the back. So you probably notice I sigh a lot. Sighing is a good way to release stagnant energy, especially if you make a little bit of a sound, if there's a vibration to it. So please feel free to sigh whenever you need to. Okay, so keep the hands on the low back. Feet are wide, like shoulder, maybe a little more. Find your bend. I'll just circle those hips. Maybe inhale half the circle, exhale the other half. If ever a movement doesn't work in your body, you can always just stand, sit, or even lie down and just imagine yourself doing it. That's far better than forcing. We don't want to force anything. Okay, let's change direction. Find something to relax, maybe the face. The belly can be pretty relaxed here. Okay, we'll come back to center. Keep the hands on the kidneys. Feel the warmth of the hands. And let's just receive that warmth into the low back. Of course, if you need to release the arms for a moment, give them a little shake, go ahead, and then you can come back. So let's breathe into the kidneys. Breathe into the low back. If you like playing with colors, you can imagine the color purple. And it's always the same thing. As we inhale, we fill up, absorb fresh energy, whatever it is we need. As we exhale, we release, let go the waste products. It's literally just like the breath, inhaling oxygen, exhaling carbon dioxide. If you would like to work with the emotional aspects of the kidneys, we could inhale a feeling of wisdom with that purple color. Exhale, release any feelings of fear, maybe down through the feet into the earth. So we'll hang out here just a little longer. Okay, when you feel ready, release the arms. Give yourself a little shake. We'll do a few more standing spine stretches before coming down onto the ground. So let's start by just stretching the arms up. So the feet more underneath the hips. Stretch up, take a couple breaths. So let the back of your neck be long. You can even use a hand and kind of just massage up at the base of the skull. Just like kind of lift yourself at the base of the skull. The other hand, you could even come onto the crown of the head and like push up into your own hand. So push the crown up into your hand, pull up at the base of the skull. So we always want the chin kind of very slightly tucked in. And now keep those sensations of pulling up through the base of the skull, the crown, and then open up the arms again. Nice big inhale. Now as we exhale, let's turn the arms more into a W. We'll just lower the elbows. And if it's okay, you can move the arms back a little. Okay, next inhale. Let's extend the arms up to the sides. Take a big inhale. And then exhale the elbows into the sides. Take a couple breaths here. Okay, we'll just do all of those again. So we start the arms up, open. Neck long. Big inhale. Exhale into the W. You see what's comfortable. If it's okay, you can move the arms back a little bit.
Inhale. With the exhale, open the arms up to the sides. And again, if you want to move the arms back a little, you could, but make sure it's okay in your body. Big inhale. Exhale, bring the elbows into the waist. And kind of like draw down with the shoulders. Oh, it feels so good. Couple breaths. And when you're ready, release. Whew. Okay, so now let's stretch the spine side to side. So this one also targets the gallbladder, so I really like it. So we'll start by interlacing the hands. Feet are underneath the hips. We can have a little bend in the knees. So we interlace the hands, start to come up. Flip the palms of the hands up to the sky. So elbows bent, knees bent. Inhale here. Exhale, stretch. So straighten the legs, straighten the arms. Press down through the feet and up through the heels of the hands. So 2 more times like that. Inhale, bend the knees, bend the elbows. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, bend. Exhale, stretch. Okay, now we're going to add the side bend. So 1 more time. Inhale, bend. Exhale, stretch. And now with the inhale, push up with the heel of your left hand. And then as you exhale, go over to the right. So we're just bending direction opposite to the side we're pushing up. Inhale, back to center. Bend the elbows, bend the knees. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, push up, heel of the right hand. Exhale, over to the left, just as far as it's comfortable. Inhale, back to center, bend. Exhale, stretch. Heel of the left hand presses up. Exhale, over to the right. Inhale, back to center, bend. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, press up, heel of the right hand. Exhale, over to the left. Inhale, back to center, bend, stretch. And release. Whew. Give yourself a little shake. Okay, so we'll come down to the mat. It's a good time to put on socks if you have any extra clothing, if you need a sip of water, if you want to grab a blanket and have it close by. We're not going to Shavasana yet, but just so you don't have to get up too much again. And even though you might be warm now, it's still a good idea to put on your stuff and get yourself nice and cozy. The body loses its heat quite quickly. Okay, so if you have something to use as a strap, have it close by. If you don't worry about it. You can still do the stretches without it. It just helps a little bit. Okay, let's come onto the back. We'll come right onto the back. So ease yourself down. Knees to chest. And we'll start just hugging the knees to chest, maybe rock side to side. Okay, then come back to the center, hands on the knees. Inhale the knees away. Exhale, pull them in. And just go with your breath. Okay, let's put the right foot down on the ground. We'll keep the left leg bent and we'll just hold on behind the knee. So the thumbs beside the knee, the fingers behind the knee. So it's like we're just kind of like bracing the knee in place right on top of the hip. The leg's 90 degrees, so a good way to know that is like you can't see your own toes when you look for. Okay, so we just start rotating the ankle. Oh, I forgot to mention, in this position, it would be nice if we had our lumbar curve. So a little space behind the low back, so you can maybe slide a few fingers or your hand under the back. If you don't have it, you can create it by moving your hips towards the thighs. If that still doesn't work, don't worry. You can grab a blanket and just place it underneath the back, or a folded towel, a rolled towel or something. Okay, change direction of the ankle circles. This might be a little uncomfortable. Don't be alarmed if it is. It's a really good foundational movement. This is one of those types of movements we could be doing every day. It's good to wake up the muscles we forget to use. And just to remind ourselves that our feet manage all of the gravity through the whole body. So often back pain, it can actually come from the way we walk, the way we manage the gravity through the feet. So that's why it's really good to work on the ankles. And if it is uncomfortable, it's just a good sign that it might be a good one to add to your regular routine. Of course, if it's too uncomfortable, just stop, give it a little shake. Don't force anything. Okay, so shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Now we'll keep working with this left leg. So if you have your strap, grab onto it. You could put it around the ball of the foot, or you could have it around the heel and then move both sides of the strap to the inside of the leg. So the second way, it's around the heel. The strap on the left side goes behind, and then you have both sides on the inside of the leg, whatever you prefer. Okay, we want the strap to be long enough. Sorry, I should have mentioned that when I said you could grab other things. So hopefully if you have a tie or something or a belt, it's nice and long, that the arms can be pretty relaxed, so the elbows are just down on the floor. And now we'll just push up into our strap. Come back to the breath. See if you can feel the breath deep in the belly. Another thing, place your leg wherever you can. Keep it comfortably straight. So it might not be here. It might be over here. That's fine. It doesn't matter where it is. So we're pushing into the strap, either with the heel or the ball of the foot. With the thigh bone, let's push back, like towards the hamstring. And then imagine you're wearing pants with pockets, and then you want to push down into your back pocket. So we're pushing in 3 directions: up, forward with the thigh bone, and then down. And not much else to do, just breathe. Okay, let's bend that knee back into the chest, put the strap aside. Interlace the hands below the left knee, still the same leg. Inhale it away from you. Exhale, pull it in. When you pull in, you can let the back flatten, don't worry about it. But also, if you have the towel under the back, that's fine too. Okay, the next time the knee pulls into the chest, keep it there. And let's just slide that right leg down on the ground. So keep the right leg engaged. Pull the toes towards you. Press out through the ball mount, out through the heel. Before we movement, check in with the upper body, like the face, the head, the shoulders. See if they're as relaxed as they could be. Don't let any tension creep up. The shoulders always want to help. Very helpful, but they don't actually help. They just get tense. So relax those shoulders. Okay, so the right leg, we keep it engaged. We inhale up a few inches. Exhale down a few inches. Now, while we do this, keep pushing out through the foot. I like to imagine this exercise like I want to get taller. For fun, if you want a little extra challenge with that right leg, we could do circles. Still pushing out through the foot. Remember, you listen to your body, modify anything as you need to, change direction if you're doing the circles. Like you could just have the right leg long down on the ground and be breathing deep, and this would still be super beneficial. Okay, let's drop that right leg down on the ground. We'll go into a twist. So the right hand outside the left leg, the left arm shoulder level. It could be straight or bent. It doesn't really matter. You could have your left foot loose, or you could hook the toes behind your right leg. We'll just kind of drag ourselves over to the right. So you can roll on the outer edge of your right leg. Try to keep both shoulders down. So if this left shoulder comes up, just move the shoulders over to the right. Only twist as much as it's comfortable. We'll take a couple breaths. Okay, bring it back to center. One more thing before we switch sides. Let's take the left hand to the left knee and just open up that hip. So we can just play with some movement here. Sending breath into the left hip. And then we'll go into a lying down tree. So re-engage your right leg. You can even put your hand on the right thigh to feel how engaged it is. Take that left foot somewhere on the right leg. So pretend you're standing up. So the right leg is nice and strong. The left foot's pushing into the right leg. The right leg's pushing back into the left foot. I like the arms overhead, but you can do whatever you want. And just a few long, deep breaths. Okay, come back, the knees into the chest, hands on the knees. Inhale the knees away, exhale, pull it. Go with your breath. And now we'll put the left foot down on the floor, keep the right leg up, have it bent. Brace the knee, the fingers behind, the thumbs beside, legs 90 degrees, and we start our ankle circles. Check in with the upper body, see if it can relax a little more, the belly too. Remember, we want the lumbar curve. If you have the towel or blanket behind your back, you don't have to worry about it at all. If not, make sure you have it. Okay, we'll change direction. Just noticing where you feel sensation, what muscles are getting activated. All right, give yourself a little shake, release. We'll grab the strap. So remember, you could have it around the ball mound or around the heel, and then the outer side, so the strap on the right comes to the inside, and then you hold on that way, whatever. Just make sure it's long so the elbows can be relaxed on the floor, and then position yourself wherever you can comfortably keep the legs straight. So choose a point where you're not straining, where it feels okay. All right, now we push in all the directions. So up through the foot, forward with the thigh bone, and then down into the floor. Nice deep breaths. See if you can feel the breath in the belly. Just 2 more here. Okay, release the strap. Take the knee back into the chest. Interlace the hands below the knee. Inhale the knee away. Exhale, pull in. And just go with your breath, inhaling away. Exhaling, pull in. All right, keep the knee into the chest. Slide that left leg down on the ground. Engage the left leg. So press out through the foot, pull the toes towards you. And then we'll start that up-down movement. So we inhale up a few inches, exhale down a few inches. If you like, you can start circling that left leg. And remember, you can keep doing the up-down movement, or you could even just have the leg down on the ground, whatever feels good. Keep pressing through the foot, whichever position you're in. Okay, if you're doing the circles, change direction. All right, drop that leg. Let's go into our twist. So the left hand outside of the right leg. The foot can be hanging loosely or it can hook behind the left leg. We just kind of drag ourselves into a twist. So you can roll onto the outer edge of the left leg. Keep both shoulders on the ground. So if the right shoulder comes up, just move the shoulders over to the left. I forgot to mention this on the other side, but if you want to finish the twist, you can look away from the knee. So turn the head to the right. Okay, let's bring ourselves back to center. Right hand can come to the right knee. We can re-engage that left leg. Maybe put the hand on the thigh. And then just open the right knee out to the right. Maybe kind of pulse it up and down a bit, breathing into the hip. And then we'll go into our lying down tree. So the right foot finds a spot on the left leg. Both legs are engaged. Imagine you're standing up. Whatever you want to do with the arms. Just breathe into your lying down tree. Okay, we can release the legs. Just bring the feet back on the floor. One last movement before the relaxation to release the shoulders, the upper back, the neck. So we catch onto the elbows right on top of the shoulders. We inhale here. Exhale to one side. No forcing. Inhale center. Exhale to the other side. And that's it. Just follow your breath. Inhaling in the middle. Exhaling to the side. In as relaxed a way as possible. So like if your head wants to follow the movement, just let it. I like to think of this movement as just smoothing out any wrinkles of tension. All right, come back to center. Exhale the arms towards the head. So we inhale in the middle. Exhale back. Okay, back to center. Change the cross of the arms. Whatever arm is in the front, put it in the back. And then the same thing. Inhale, center. Exhale to one side. Inhale, center. Exhale to the other side. Just follow your breath. It's almost like a lazy movement, super relaxed. Okay, next time you come to center, exhale the arms towards the head. Continue this movement. Okay, the next time you come to the center, just release. We'll get ready for our Shavasana. So you could just stay here, maybe leaning the knees one into the other. If your back's feeling really okay, you could just have the legs down on the ground, or you could use a chair. So I'm going to use the chair. So having the legs on the chair, it is the most comfortable for the back. It just requires a little bit more setup. And if you don't have a folding chair like this, you could use your couch or a kitchen chair. Or if you have a bolster, you could put like a bolster under your knees or a couple of cushions. Basically, the more support you have underneath your knees, the more comfortable it is. Okay. And if you want to grab a blanket or anything else to help you be comfy, grab it. So kind of in the same way that we started, take the time to settle in. Maybe sigh a few times. Let the body adjust itself however it wants to. And then just let yourself relax. Feel all the parts of the body touching the earth and the supports of the earth. Let yourself let go. Give yourself permission to let everything go. Just for now. Softening all of the muscles, nerves, and cells. Allowing all weight to just drop into the earth. Physical, mental, emotional. Release even the breath. Just allowing the breath to flow through the body however it wants to. Give yourself permission to relax. Okay. Very, 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 very gentle. Start to wake the body mind. Inviting movement. And eventually giving yourself a full body stretch. Once you feel ready, knees to chest, roll over to the right side. Make a little pillow with the arm and just hang out in a fetal position for a couple of breaths. Taking the time to feel and receive the support of the earth. You might like to thank the earth. Or look for one or two things to be grateful for. And include yourself. Thank yourself for literally anything. All right. As you feel ready, using the strength of the arms and an inhalation, let's press up. We'll come into any comfortable seat. I'm going to come onto my little stack of blankets so you can't see over here. So before we close, we can just take a moment to sit, feel the parts of the body touching the earth. Let the shoulders relax even more. Imagine the upward pulls through the base of skull and the crown of the head. And just kind of like drop into your own heart. Okay, maybe we can chant an Om. So if you like, you can do the little clap and then rub the hands together. Come into prayer. Dig the thumbs into sternum. Roll the shoulders back and down. You might like to focus on the third eye. Exhale everything. Inhale to chant. With gratitude and appreciation, acknowledging, honoring the light, the love, the wisdom within ourselves, within each other, and within all. Namaste. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this practice. You're welcome to join me for a live practice on Zoom every Sunday. It's by donation, 11:30 to 1 p.m. Eastern Time. The link is in the description for this video and in the About section of my YouTube page. Please subscribe. I would really, really appreciate it. Like this.
And if you enjoy it, share it with your friends, family, ask them to subscribe and like it too. And that's it. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And I'm happy to share this practice with you. And if there's anything you would like to see, anything you would like to work on specifically, just let me know in a comment or send me an email, and we can do that. We can do something specific for you. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.